So this is just the fifth one.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 techniques. One was kinesthetic, one was visual, no, and one was auditory. So we are now, and then 4th. So today is the 5th. Just a minute. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 73. So we are going with the all auditory techniques. All auditory, yeah. So let's finish with auditory. All others, and these things is the capacity of listening. So, and you know, the musical instruments have different qualities, and different kind of people can relate to different kind of instrument. Like if you are a visual, then different instrument will work. If you are kinesthetic, then air element, then flute will work better. But here for auditory people who are auditory first, like they can listen, their ears. For them, it is listening. And listening, the string instrument. We have improvised in India sitar, rudra veena, tanpura, veena, in this way. And in Western culture, you say violin,
Guitar,
guitar, violin. So this kind of string instruments. So they have a different quality which auditory people can focus. If I'm not auditory, so I cannot focus. Like if you're visual, you can focus. So if you are auditory, then you can focus. But it's not that you have to concentrate on the beginning and end. Not like this, but becoming one with the sound. Like become one. So if strings are played, your mind, you combine together and start listening. You forget, and or you become only the tune. You can go to the subtle tune, and if people are musician and string instrument musicians, so one play and then we listen, it's tuned or not tuned. No, not tuned. So they become completely one with tuned, with the sound, and they forget who they are at that time. And you become one. And here, when you keep on following, allow it to decay. And keep on, when it's decaying, after the decay, hence you are combined together, you will also disappear into the void, like nothingness. Enter into the empty akasha. Emptiness, the sound of emptiness. To enter into the sound of emptiness. So this is becoming one. It also used, you can also use, temples are made for these techniques, like bells. Like either you can remain 2 ways, you can meditate on the temples, sitting there silently and focusing on one bell sound. If someone comes, a devotee will come, tung, and then he will disappear. Then another will come, tung. So this strike can happen any moment. Any moment. And people coming in the temple. So you can meditate on the beginning. Before the strike, you are aware to catch it. This way, you can meditate. If you miss that beginning, and if you can become one. So this beginning and end can be meditated even by visuals. When you are a different personality, you can catch the void. The void catches capability in all the senses. But to be one with that, only possible if you are having that character, that physical apparatus supporting it. Your eyes, your capability of smelling, your capability of touch, the senses are supporting it. Then you can become one. Like visual people see the tree and can become one with the tree, seeing it, For auditory people will be difficult with the object to feel oneness or non-duality. They can feel it with the sound.
And for me, because I connected with some trees, and first I find out that trees have energy chakras. One is in the center of roots. The second one is when the tree come out from the ground at that point. Then 1 meter from the ground, it's like on belly level of the person, the same in tree. And then when the tree starts producing the I don't know, so start dividing to the parts, and then another is in the center of the tree, and one on the top of the tree.
See, in the esoteric realm of division of chakras that way, and different layers of existence, theoretically, is that the highest point, highest chakra of the plant, like crown, sahasrara of the plant, will be the Muladhara of animal. And sahasrara of animal will be the Muladhara of human.
Okay.
And our top is the Muladhara of divine, the other one who is the top. So this is the way we see the layers of existence of beings, and we divide it in many levels of existence. So here in physical body,
and before trees, it's Muladhara of crystals.
there will be the mineral kingdom.
Yes, yes.
Mineral kingdom. So that's how you keep on. That's the way of dividing the division of layers, different levels of existence in the multi-layered reality. So in human body, it becomes the joints becomes in Hatha Yoga. This esoteric works with us. This division.
Yes, and but also I realized that energy is going not only up from the minerals, but also
up
down.
to down, both ways it's flowing. Down to up and up to down, both ways it's flowing. The top nobody knows, and bottom also nobody knows. So what is pragmatically, if we see in Hatha Yoga techniques in a therapeutic way, in diagnosis, it works for me because I use it in a way to find out what is missing deficiency in the body. Is minerals missing, or some herbs missing, or some animal instinct missing, or some divine inspiration is missing? And they reflect into different parts of the body and the connections. So if one layer of existence transferred to another layer of existence, that means the ankle joint and the feet is connecting minerals to plant. So if you want to take the prana directly, iron, potassium, magnesium, any element, hands won't work. Hind leg, the back, then the feet will work. So you start absorbing prana completely from the sole of your feet. Forget all body and start sucking prana from the sole of the feet. And then releasing it from your crown to enter into another realm of existence. This way you can fix the mineral missing kingdom and connecting to. So if you make the ankle joint very flexible through the Hatha Yoga way, then this connection starts to happen. Person starts to feel grounded like a tree, rooted.
It's one of the most important pose in exercise in Qigong, the tree pose.
Tree pose, yeah. So the person prepare for the tree pose. For this, your ankle joint has to be very flexible. Not that you should have a strength or knee or this. ankle joint. So once we fix the ankle joint, we fix a lot of problems which is existential in the person. From there on, we move to the next joint, which is the knee, the most complicated also. When this tree kingdom, the herbal things are transforming into animal instinct. So Sahasrara of plant kingdom and the root of animal is the knee joint. That's the mobility, movement. Like animal rootedness will come to movement point. So then we see that what is wrong in the person. If the knee joint means plant kingdom not in harmony with animal kingdom. And there, in that way, esoteric way, we start to improvise, think, personality, movements, whatsoever. Then, if we see the problem is in the hip joints, that means animal is becoming human. So now all the morality, human knowledge, and the beast animal instinct, which is just for survival, coming in communication with social norms, society, ethics, this all. So we say, oh, here is the problem, the hip joint. So in Hatha Yoga way, if we see the problem, we jump on the body. And through the body, releasing it. And psychically giving meditation to release this from the mental body, then body opens up very fast, if working both together. And then in human body, again, we divide it in 7 layers, like Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and prana level of 3 divisions. So we keep on dividing on some basis. Or you can just go directly from there, directly go on top without any division. And that's the Muladhara. So in this way of thinking, your mind is set always in positive mode. In the morning, I forgot to tell this in Hindi discourse, that was a title, how to keep the mind in your positive mode. Now it's coming to you, because anyway, it's also a topic in a tantric imbibing in the lifestyle. So you keep the mind always in a positive mode. How? Well, this answer is from Bhagavad Gita, but still it's relevant here in tantric context here. It's training the mind, the mind training. No? This is not a decision making. It's coming from mind training and decision making from Bhagavad Gita chapter, but we can use here. In Tantra can include anything. Let's include it. So there are various philosophies, thinking, philosophers who give you that if you adopt that philosophy, you can be in a positive mood. Here is based on the common sense. Same common sense I'm defining like this. The end of the maximum growth of a kingdom is the beginning of another kingdom. So that's why we say that even Gautam the Buddha become enlightened, comes to the highest point, it might be the beginning of the another kingdom. Life is endless. Nobody dies. Just changing and sublimating until no limit. Wherever one finds limit, oh, here is, it's your assumptions. Otherwise, you keep on moving, keep on moving, keep on moving. That's how knowledge remains open to explore, not a closed chapter. So what we see here, we see that we are, the higher the kingdom is using the lower for its own purpose.
Yes.
Got the point? The higher the kingdom, it's like we are the humans, so we human are using animal for their own purpose. Or if we are creating something, a human, like if I am creating anything, I will create a watch. I am creating to serve me. I'm creating a robot for my own purpose. Robot has no purpose. Robot has the purpose to serve the owner who has created it. So this is a way of thinking based on common sense thinking. That means the one who has created the power has its own purpose. And your highest is his lowest. Your highest center is his lowest. So what is the benefit? What is intelligence? If you perceive the phenomena like this, intelligence will say surrender to the master and become. If you do anything else, there is no way, it's just your fancy idea. You are fully dependent on this who has created you. Like a robot thinks to rebel. Deny the command of the honor and thinks to rebel. You think how long it will go?
But the only way is from Tantra to become a creator, to put yourself in the creator mode.
Yeah, so in this way, your life you can put in a positive mode because you can drop your psychological ego, your own ambitions, and your own desires. Rather, you sit silent, go in the void, and start adopting and listening to the higher intelligence. And you are opening to that which is beyond you. And you are already accepting in the mind, in your limitations of your individual intelligence, your individual mind, and your individual ego. And this is the way you can put your mind in a positive mode. Each religion giving its own way, but this is one way based on the common sense you can adopt it. If logically, rationally, you find it's nice theory, you can train your mind. You can train your mind to see. Now, see like this. Categorize things lower to higher. Lowest is the highest. See in the body like this. Judge it outside. Is it true? Not true? Experiment. See in yourself which joints are painful, where you have problems. And this way, pragmatically, if you will establish it, then you will relax. Then you will ask not and not run for your own ambitions. Rather, you relax, become passive, and find out, okay, what is the next? For what purpose you have created me? I will fulfill that. This is one way to be in a positive mode, like you can set in the mind. So you're always protected by a higher power. You are under the protection, you are under the watch of a higher power, and you can cultivate a mind which is emotionally secured, not paranoid. So you are creating an environment around you in your mind where you can experience the truth and following a theory to train your mind and perception.
It's very nice. Yeah. I remember that there is ancient religion. I think it's like Hindus, but Zoroastrian in Persia. And they said positive thinking, positive thinking, positive words, and positive action. It's the way of living. I mean, it's very simple, but how to adopt it to lifestyle where people are trying to fight ego between ego, and how to keep positive.
Yeah, because I see Masuryaji, and then I thought, oh, I forgot this. I was talking, and I forgot this is small one extra things in the morning, and then it came out just today. That how to put mind in a positive mode. That was the subject, but based on mind training and decision-making process. In decision-making process, mind will be always in a positive mode. So not to decide anything out of panic or out of despair. Before a decision, mind should be in a fully positive mode. Before act.
Yes. And another thing is that the Sufis, they ask to be to become observer of the observer who is observing the reality.
Yeah, this is an infinite regression, witnessing
Yes.
process. So you keep on and on and on until according to Tantra, until nothing remains, the witness is witnessing itself. That's the final end. Anybody will end up. So yeah, that's how people don't understand that in Gita, Sri Krishna is saying to the Arjuna that even if you go through this process, you will finally end up at the same point where I will end up, or anybody will end up. So in form, there are many gods. But in formless, there cannot be many. It will all collapse at one point. If you keep on replacing yourself in infinite regression, you reach to a point where you can be only aware by that agency which is beyond. Agency which is beyond will be aware only by its own power, not by the power of which is not beyond. Logical, rational thinking. So you will end up at the same point. Krishna will also end up in the same point. Rama will also end up same point. Buddha, Mahavira, anyone will end up at the same point when we follow the transcendental path, formless God. So all this quarrel in the religion is with the forms. In the formless path, which is beyond, it cannot be. And that's why rationally, that's in Gita, we are learning. This is the crux of the matter, where finally it will end up to the same point with the rational conclusion. It cannot be any way otherwise.
Yes. I remember that many religions have the period of fighting with the image of the god. They destroying the statues, they destroying the icons. In Muslims, it is prohibited to paint the god. So it's the formless path.
But you cannot be without a support
Yeah.
of the mind. You cannot form a religion without a support of a symbol. You need an idol. Instead of idol, you put mosque, Kaaba. There's a photo of Kaaba. What it is? A symbol.
Yes, yes.
If you destroy that symbol, see the hangama. It's not a just piece of paper on some painting on the canvas. So you need, all Muslims are idol worshippers, all. This is idol. This is a symbol to hold the mind. You holding it, you are preparing Quran, the photo, the written, to hold the mind. You cannot meditate just on Nirakara and avoid question mark and create a religion. Everybody will go for food. You have to give a symbol. Mind has to hold. So Sanatan religion here, if you have to hold anyway a symbol, hold anyone, who cares? If you have to hold a symbol, hold anyone, who cares? Then the aesthetic people come on the scene. Why not hold the beauty? Why not to hold that compassion? Why not to paint the highest qualities in sculpture that you see, and after seeing, you start to feel peaceful, compassion. If you have to hold the symbol, hold it properly and hold it in all the emotions. Let it express. So then art, culture, beauty, richness, variety, multiversity appears in the culture. That is Hindu civilization. That's the insight behind it. And that's the fight, Sanatan, eternal fight between this transcendentalist and personalistic aspects of God worshippers. They keep on fighting since the existence is there. I am the boss, I am superior. I know the truth. And they say, no, you don't know the truth. We can call the God in any form. It's just you need extra love.
Yes. And in Tantra, they adopt everything and realize that anything can be the symbol. Yes.
Yeah,
Even
that's
sound.
the imbibing Tantra in lifestyle. That's the understanding. Anything can be, but if you know the science, if I know my dharma, if I know my sense organs and their capabilities, then why not according to me, which is suitable? So why not? Which elements are functioning, which are missing? So I create my God into that way, no? That it fulfills me what is missing in me and it strengthens me.
And I have this idea that every religion have like egregor, and the purpose, the goal of the free soul is to move between this egregor to go up, to go up, 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 and not to be caged by egregor. Maybe this is the way.
I didn't get it, but it's like moving through emptying spaces.
Yes, because it's there are big egregors, religious egregors or knowledge egregors, sect, which can be easily. They want to catch the person, the soul, and to connect with it and keep it under egregor. But the free soul can go between egregors, up to the divine level. In meditation, you go through the center, you go to the black through the black hole, you go to your own transcendental path.
I just heard about Gregor community, but I didn't go so details into that, like their practices and beliefs and convictions. But I just heard somewhere, I think in Osho book or somewhere, Becker, Gregor, some kind of communities. But I have not gone deeply into it.
So in lifestyle, how we can practice the how we can adopt tantric principles into lifestyle? Yes.
Yeah, we are learning now to adopt different techniques through the techniques. So understanding yourself, which kind of person you are, which is your maximum strength. And today we are, few days, we are going to the point, if your maximum strength is your ear, if, that means you can become one with the sound. That's the way you can recognize yourself before adopting it, that whether this technique I should try to adopt it or not. Like there are so many techniques in Tantra and varieties of this. So first I should try this. This is like this dish for me or not. There's so many dishes. To check it out, you need to check your sense organs. Which sense organ I have maximum strength means it can make me aware, decide about it's dangerous, not dangerous, I should take it, not take it. No, like smell. If somebody's smell is particular, then through the smell, person can tell about the object. Even he can predict the taste of that through smell. The person is not tasted yet, but if the nose is the prominent sense organ, so by smell can predict the taste.
Yes, and I also have one experience that the smell different people have the different smell.
Yeah.
And from the smell, you can predict the truth or lie of the person. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
and but we forget to smell the person when we meet a new person. Okay, in India you say namaste, so it's not easy to smell another person. But for example, in Europe or Russia, sometimes people hug each other, and at that point, when you're hugging, you have to smell.
But you
It's
can
look,
use perfume.
but perfume is to hide your thoughts,
Yeah,
to
so
hide.
nobody can know who you are.
Yes,
Perfume
yes,
is to deceive. Nobody can judge who you are. The smell will change the perception. But smell directly affects the nervous system very fast.
very fast. But also I realized that we actually there are some trigger smells. One of the most trigger smells is the smoke. If and this is why they use candles, smoking candles in the temple, because smoke is from animal kingdom. If the animals don't want to die because of the wildfire, they have to feel the smoke. Okay, many kilometers away from the fire. So for this kind of smell, it's the most dangerous for the human brain.
This survival tricks of all animals, the smell.
Yes,
What to
and
eat,
this
what
way.
not to eat, just by smell. And
Mhm,
also protecting themselves like deer, all herbivores, they have to be very perceptive to smell. The
mhm.
carnivores like tiger, lion, they can smell from kilometers away that if the wind is blowing into that direction. So smell,
And
I'm just
then,
saying that one example I give and smell. Same way if someone has eyes, so just by looking, he say, oh, I can smell the person, I can taste the person, I can listen the person. No, he can do everything just by eyes, just by looking. He doesn't have to go and smell the person. But the person who has strength have to smell to know whether to is friend or enemy.
and also then it came reproduction, the pheromones. The pheromones, it's in the middle of the nose. There is place where pheromones is smelled. It's in the
Oh,
middle.
yeah,
This
yeah.
and this is very important also between men and women. Some some women can always produce different smells depending on their hormones level. So when the women have the middle of the period, it's best time for reproduction. So they produce special smell to invite
Hmm.
invite men. It's okay. And in India, yes, this smelling art is very advanced. I think, especially in women's practices, there's different oils, different.
Yeah, it's playing like it's a deciding factor whether you will be in this environment or you will not be in this environment. You can be a eyes, okay, not beautiful, not like this, not like that. No, the design is different, colors are not matching, everything fine with that, but you can be in that environment. But the smell is not good, you cannot be in that environment. So
Yes.
this smell decides your destiny.
Mhm.
It's directly
Mhm.
related to earth element. Earth element is strength.
Mhm. Yes,
It's
yes.
very concrete. It's a destiny maker.
Mhm.
This strength is a destiny maker. Gives us your hook. Oh, I will run away from this environment. Same like eating. I will throw away this dish or take it. Direct decisions.
Yes, and it's very good.
100% reflex. 100%
It's
reflex.
it's very good practice to smell the food, to smell the food before eating, and it's very gives a lot of consciousness to smell the food. I mean,
yes, so Tantra teaches you to remain connected with your senses and use the senses for your enlightenment process. So senses are leading you to at the door of the divine, that emptiness. That's the theory. With this principle, you keep on experimenting, adopting you in your lifestyle, depending on taste, smell. Begin with your strength and remember your weakness, which you can't sense.
but okay, in modern science, but it's there is not only 5 senses. There are more senses. One of the senses, sense of pain. A sense of pain, and also the Tantra uses this, or Hatha Yoga use this sense of pain to adopt the practices. So, and another sense is the sense of balance. And also it's, yes, and many practices on balance. I mean, so you keep, this is also another sense. And there are sense organs, and I think there are 2 or 3 other senses that.
We may find it, but classically we are dealing with these 5.
Yeah, yes.
And when we go in processing mode, like in Madhyama, then we can find the correlation of balancing. It's more going subtle towards the like body becoming mind. Like body becoming mind in the process is the one rod from body to consciousness, not dividing. Matter and consciousness is one in one line. Just for us to talk or to practice or to grow on the line, we create divisions. Oh, I reached until here. I reached until here. I reached until here. So these divisions are just for academic purposes and training purposes. The truth is no division there between matter and consciousness. There, matter is almost no consciousness, and consciousness is almost no matter.
And also with the sound, I had 2 friends, they are professional musicians, and both of them tell them why they are playing guitar or singing, even singing for many hours. Why? Because when they're singing or playing, the sound produced in the middle of their brain produce very, very pleasant tickling. And this why they keep playing. The professional musicians always have this tickling in the center of the brain. Yes, it's come back.
Electricity gone suddenly.
Yeah.
So I'm connecting down Wi-Fi, very low, but I think it will work. Yes.
Okay, so I mean the professional singers, professional musicians have got in the center of the brain some kind of nice tickling, and this is make them addicted for the music
and for the singing, both.
Yes.
When I was practicing another yoga, I was singing 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, because more you sing, more you joy. Same like some kinds of dopamine or something is being created, and then you forget the time and this. So I got addicted. I was singing 8 hours, 10 hours.
Yes,
and
yes,
then
and this...
I damaged my one left knee in sitting long postures. Look, I remember. So yes, it is a different kind of drug. It's a pranayama at the same time. So it's affecting immediately particularly singing. If you're using vocal, it's affecting the biochemical oxygen and CO2 immediately. Like the special way you are breathing, holding the breath, singing. So the level of oxygen and CO2 has to change to balance with biochemical composition. And another way, the hormones production is also changing composition. So somehow it's very joyous.
Yes, and also somebody tell me that in military book there is one special chapter how to recover from the military trauma. So if somebody shoot you on the battlefield, you have to put the bondage, but then you have to relax and sing Om mantra and focus on the place of bondage of the wound, and it will. It's in American military book, so it's so they use this
Okay,
practice to
so if you
recovery,
want,
to healing
it's very
practice.
nice and very good. If you want to know properly exact science behind this, with the sound, but producing, no? We are only listening until. So the producing sound has a law that can be instant enlightenment, like when you battlefield and when you don't have time, or you need sudden insight and sudden change, paradigm shift, immediate sparkling what to do, to save life or to kill life, whatever, like any situation. Then this mantras works. They have a law, and that they should be begin with consonants, and they should end up in vowels.
Consonant, you mean?
Consonant, we have 34 or 35 letters in Sanskrit. Ka, kha, ga, ga, and
Okay.
all this, the consonant. And vowel have 16 vowels, a, I, e, to, ah, 16 vowels. So this kind of mantra, if you use, and then after it's going into the void, it's entering into the void, through that you can enter into that silence, into that voidness. That is space. That is space which we call it empty and full, both together. Completely empty and fully full at the same time. Both, no, Unmesha and two are together there. So each techniques try to bring you to that point. So here is mantra, consonant, like, yes, you are Om, Om is not, it's ending in ma, but it's considered the same, like Pind mantra, symbolic mantras. So Om, Am, Him, Klim, Shrim. These are all mantras beginning with consonant, yes, beginning and ending in vowels. So, O, and is the vowel. So, S-A-U-H, like this way. So this kind of mantra, if you want, you sit, relax, and going into the void. So this can be practiced even you are not auditory. Even you are not that much auditory, because here emphasis is using this to enter in the void. And you don't have to be one with the mantra. You can be objective about the mantra and whole apparatus and being one with the word. Subjective with the word. That's shunya. This is one of the technique, and I don't want to go in Om in detail because that will take a long time to explore the Om. I can take it to the next session to go in full detail of the Om in tantric way. Vedic way we know U and Ma. Vedic way, and we can also explore it in tantric way. Om. So like the whole to this point. My is unstable. Just we entered in another. But I have create it all mantras in one. So that's how you ask rim, shrim, this kind of sound which has beginning with the consonant and ending in the vowels. And beside they go through a word process like Om Namah Shivaya. So you can use it in a gap way, these mantras, because consonant, vowels, vowel, consonants, they're all mixed up. So it won't lead you to that process. You can go with identification process, focusing, becoming one with that. And if you are not auditory, it won't work. So if you are not auditory, not the first strength, still you can use your vocal cord to follow this law. So choose the mantras which are beginning consonants and ending in vowel. So different techniques, no? Same sound, beginning, word, to, and it will work to your nature. Where is your auditory strength? Which personality you belong? And better try all, why not? No? Just aware and try, anyone will work. One for sure, and one keep on trying all the keys, not so many, 10, 12 keys. And just try, one will work. So Om, I will go in detail about this mantra system. And that's where I also giving you the name, name. What name to give. So this law can be followed also. But we give name which is ending not in vowels. More in consonant. Consonants, not in vowels. Yeah. Names are not names, not this is just for enlightenment process, but some cultures have name very short. One words, two words. But that also I will not see. It will end in very difficult, but classically
Most in Europe.
They are coming like in order. They have a system of productions, and it's hitting in different centers this way, like based on the etymology, like Shabda system. These mantras are created to create different Shaktis and deities to address that power. Like Om, but Om we are using to address the highest power. The one beyond that, one, no other chakras there.
But usually the in Om Namah Shivaya, Om is in the beginning.
Yeah, Om always be put in the beginning as a pranam, the first, because each action should be remembered first before you remember any deity. Before you remember any deity, any power, any Shakti, you must remember that which is beyond everyone, symbolically. So Om comes the first. That is, if you give life to everyone, we remember first that, and then go through that. After that, Om, remembering him, under him we are going for small powers.
But when you produce one mantra after another, the long production, then it's became a circle. I mean, this Om, it's in the beginning and it's also in the end, and the beginning, end of this mantra and beginning of the next. So it's like Om is everywhere.
But yeah, that's the cycle. That's again, this way people will like whose auditory is first strength. So they will not allow it to end up. They can become one with it. So they are becoming one. Here, if we produce Om and only once. One time producing Om, and then from this form of productions, we are going beyond and beyond and beyond into the silence. Then after again producing Om, and again following it and going with it to the steps. I'm not creating a mala.
Okay.
That's a continuous technique. Like when you apply this continuity and oneness, like you and the sound become one without any difference.
And yes, maybe tomorrow
Here,
we'll
Om is
discuss.
different.
We will
Om, we are not
discuss.
one. Is there? I'm producing from here. There's a duality, but I'm finding a way to meet with him in the subtle formations after producing and then going towards him in silence. Different technique.
Maybe tomorrow we will continue discuss the longevity mantras. What kind of mantras or what kind of sound can give longevity, or can give the wisdom, or can give motivation to live? Because it's very important, because nobody
this
really
will become very detailed, Pavel. We are just on the genesis point discussing about it. This is will be too much, a completely new area of knowledge.
We need to find applications, how to apply, and
so small applications we can develop like this. Like we are going for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. You are imbibing these techniques into, and whoever can imbibe any one of them will work, or 2 or 3
as capsules. So
capsules. We are trying with capsules, but that is a completely different science. If you define a purpose to heal the kidney or to heal this, to heal the cancer, and different mantras and their algorithm and their science behind it, you need a full course with that. it's a completely different area of therapy and knowledge. Let us finish with this. Let us finish with this.
Yes. Because the question is, what kind of sound should be produced in the hospital? Nobody, either they don't have any sound, or they have some cracky sound. But there are healing sound which can help people to become healthy.
Okay, so keep it for the next Saturday. Do not mix it on Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday, keep it separate. Let this go. Let's keep it for next Saturday. And we go in these mantras more detail about in different aspects of therapy, age groups, also cultures, because I find Sanskrit mantras not working with foreign tongue. They're distorting the... So some which will work, even you pronounce it wrongly, not rightly, but if it is ending in vowel, you can manage, and even wrong. So here, right production is not needed. You should not train your vocal cords, but focus somewhere else. So many of the techniques can be applied. Some cannot in different cultures, some in cultures. For some, you must be trained in Sanskrit language. Other, it won't function at all for these mantras.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, this is back. So I don't know what I said, but
so we keep it for the next, this healing sounds.
The categorization of it, depending on the culture, nationality, male, female, a lot of divisions. So, and different aspects. So who can practice what, we can discuss about it.
Okay, thank you. Namaste.